Six reasons the Model 3 and Model Y are better than the Model S and Model X. Let's dig into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yes, you heard right. I'm going to make an argument today. I have 6 main points to argue that the Model 3 and also the Model Y are better cars than the Model S and Model X. Now, I have 6 points to this. There are actually others, but I want to dig into it. First, I want to say that the Model S and Model X are more premium cars in the respect that they have more features. There is a larger amount of technology, a larger number of features, more automated systems in them than there is in the Model 3 and the Model Y. So don't think that I'm saying that those are worse vehicles. What I'm saying is the better choice for the vast majority of people is either a Model 3 or a Model Y. So let's discuss it and I'll explain my thoughts on this. All right, so these 6 are in no particular order. Item number 1, the technology. Now, I just stated that the Model S and Model X have more technology than the Model 3 and Model Y, and that's true if you look at the fact that they are more feature rich. So what I mean by that is they have a gauge binnacle in front of the steering wheel that the Model 3 and Model Y don't have. They have the Model S has motorized door handles that present themselves to you as you approach. The Model X has opening and closing automatic doors. The gull wing doors go up and down, and they have a larger amount of features. However, the Model 3 and now subsequently the Model Y have more mature technology. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is it is more recent technology. For instance, the cells. The Model 3 and the Model Y use the new 2170 cells in the pack. Those are a better cell. They're more advanced. The autopilot computers and just the technology within the vehicles is more advanced. If you want more information on that, you could watch some of Sandy Monroe's wonderful videos where he disassembles Tesla vehicles and explains the technology more in depth. But again, the Model 3 and Model Y have had the benefit of Tesla being around for a number of years, cutting their teeth on making the first-gen Roadster, then the Model S, Model X, and then now they have this new generation, the Model 3, and the Model Y is even more technologically advanced than the 3. So that's item number 1. Item number 2, size. The Model S and Model X are very large vehicles. Now, for some people, that's a benefit. But I have to tell you, I've been talking with a lot of different people about what they like and dislike about Teslas, and one of the biggest complaints I hear is the size. The Model S is very much a full-size luxury sedan. The Model X is a luxury SUV based on the Model S platform. So the Model 3 and Model Y are not compact cars, but they are smaller. Here's the interesting thing though. I've driven a number of Model S's. The Model 3 is nearly as spacious on the interior as the Model S. It's almost as though the lessons they learned from the Model S on packaging and space efficiency were applied to the Model 3 and stretched. The Model 3 has quite a bit smaller footprint, but when you get into the interior, it's almost as spacious as a Model S. So, and the same can be said for the Model X versus the Model Y. The Model Y is almost as spacious as a Model X. Tesla has done a better job in making use of every square foot within the Model Y. Item number 3, reliability. So the Model S and Model X have been known for certain specific reliability issues. The Model S, for instance, the motorized presenting door handles, they are, I believe, $900 each to have replaced, and they break. They stop motorizing out and presenting themselves. It's a common thing. The center screen has issues where they'll actually begin to leak out some of the fluid in the LCD display and form bubbles around the screen and that. Also, the memory storage chips have been going bad in them. There's drive unit issues. Many Model S's have had numerous drive units replaced. The Model X Falcon Wing doors have had issues, and a couple drive units, and I mean, they have their known issues. Now, they are more complex vehicles, and that's part of it, but I believe that Tesla is onto something in the Model 3 and the Model Y, giving them the tech that they have, the autopilot and the wonderful the battery and the drive unit, and the power that they have, and all of that, all the cams and the Sentry and dash cam and all of those things, I believe are they're high-tech features of the cars without being overly tech-laden. For instance, manual door handles. The auto-presenting handles aren't an issue because it doesn't have it. The automatic opening doors aren't a problem because it doesn't have it. They're manual. So the reliability is markedly better. Now, I know some people will argue, well, the Model 3 and Y haven't been out long enough to know what their long-term reliability is, and I get it. But my Model 3 has 80,000 miles on it, and I've had a couple really small little things, normal mechanical little issues, but normal car stuff. I haven't had major tech problems with the car. So yeah, that is another very important aspect to this is the reliability. Number 4, the Model 3 and the Model Y are less intimidating. Now, what do I mean by that? They are simpler, and we lead into that from my last statement of complexity and unreliability. But they are a simpler vehicle, and not only does that make it a better ownership experience, but it makes them more approachable. So the Model S and Model X are they're so tech laden that they can be a bit intimidating. My wife was intimidated. We were looking at getting a used Model X, and I loved all the tech, and she even told me, she said, the tech is neat, but she said, I can't, it's just not me. She said, it's not me, there's too much tech. We ended up getting her a Mini Cooper SE electric, because even the Model 3 had a lot of tech. I mean, it was more approachable than the Model S and X, and she's driven my Model 3 quite a bit, but she didn't like so much technology, and the S and X just have so much technology. The Model 3 and Model Y are more approachable, and that way they're easier to learn. An analogy might be trying to date a supermodel, or maybe as a woman trying to date a billionaire. That individual might seem kind of unapproachable or intimidating to you. It's just, I don't know. But that down-to-earth individual that is just more approachable, they're easier to talk to and easier to ask out. So I'll leave that with you guys if you feel that's a good analogy or not. Item number 5, more efficient. So this is a big one. It's a big one for me especially. I drive 160 miles a day, and the couple times I've had my Model 3 in at the Tesla Service Center for service work, they've given me a Model S as a loaner. They normally try to give me a Model S 60, which is a 60 kilowatt hour battery pack that has shorter range, and I can't use it. I then request a 90 or 100 because I need the range. I've noticed driving the Model S around that I was averaging 300 to 340 watt hours per mile, whereas with my Model 3 it's about 235 watt hours per mile on the average, between using air conditioning or heat or not, and whatever. I average about 235 watt hours per mile. So we're looking at about a 30% improvement in efficiency going from a Model S to a Model 3, and numbers are similar going from a Model X to a Model Y. So efficiency is a big one. Admittedly, a Model S and Model X are still more efficient than a gas car, but efficiency is a concern, and definitely the Model 3 and Model Y are a lot more efficient than the Model S and X. So finally, number 6. We have price. Now, I go back to the Model S and Model X. They have more technology. Though it is a generation older, it is still more technology. They have more luxury features. They're bigger, so they do command a higher price tag. However, price is a concern. And Model 3s and Model Ys, they're probably in the $20,000 or so less, depending on the features and that. There used to be a far larger price difference. It was more like $40,000 price gap between them, but the price of the Model S and X has gone down over time. So $20,000 to $30,000 price difference to buy a Model 3 as opposed to a Model X, or excuse me, to buy a Model 3 as opposed to a Model S, or buying a Model Y as opposed to a Model X. So again, $20,000 to $30,000, that's another small car. It's quite a big price difference. Now, Model 3s and Model Ys still are not inexpensive. However, when you look at the cost savings of operational expense month to month, the gas savings, no oil changes, brakes don't wear out, need to be replaced, and those things do offset a portion of the price, to where when you look at it, when you really look at it pragmatically, the Model 3 and Model Y are really very similar in price to a Camry or an Accord or similar vehicles in that class when you look at operational expense factored in with purchase price. So they're, again, approachable. They're more approachable. But price is the single biggest deciding factor, I think, for many people. So there are more than these 6 items to consider, but these are the 6 that I bring up to people when they ask me, so why did you buy a Model 3? I could afford to buy a Model S, but I chose the 3 primarily for those reasons. And so anyway, what are your thoughts? I know you guys are going to bring up various items in the comments section below. That's awesome. I mean, let's add to this list, but those are the 6 big ones, at least that I hear in my area. So, and if you have a Model S or Model X, this wasn't meant to insult you. They are better cars in that they have more technology, they're larger, they have a higher level of performance. But bang per dollar, you're looking at more per dollar, I believe, from the Model 3 and Model Y than you are from the Model S and Model X. So those are my thoughts for the day. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Go ahead and share this video. Give me a like. All those things help the algorithm. And if you have any questions, any thoughts on future videos you'd like to see recorded, leave them in the comments section below. I do read all the comments. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I do appreciate you all. And as always, stay charged. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.